Hey, it's Kim at Geranium Lake Flowers, and welcome to our YouTube channel where it's everything flowers, creative projects, and this time of year we're still in Christmas mode. Yay! Thank you so much for Bill Duran. They gave me this fabulous hoop today, and always remember to subscribe and hit the alert bell. I know. So today I'm going to show you how to make a trendy hoop wreath with dried citrus. I know. Can you see this beautiful vase of dried oranges I made myself? I'm going to show you how to do it. This is an awesome, like modern, minimal, simple, beautiful wreath that you can just whip out. I promise you can whip this out. So I am starting with this asymmetrical, or with this hoop. This one is 20 inches if you want to make a smaller one. This is 12 inches, and this is just a simple aluminum hoop. I got this at Bill Duran, but you can get it at any craft store, any florist. Also, I have just some simple greenery today as part of my supplies. I have some cedar, and I got kind of like swoopy greenery because you're gonna see in a few minutes, I'm gonna attach it so it kind of just, it's like a swag, right? So you want to choose greenery that kind of bends. I have some beautiful eucalyptus, I have some rosemary. So this is just gonna be a really super fragrant, like beautiful, beautiful wreath. Of course you could get your clippers, get your wire, and then the other tool you'll need is probably the glue gun to attach the orange slices. Should we talk about the oranges? I know, these oranges are amazing. So check this out. We're gonna put the recipe below. I got the recipe from Rachel Ray. I know, funny, but this is super easy. These are just regular oranges. Get a really sharp knife or a mandoline and cut them in thin slices. You're gonna put them in the oven in a baking dish or a cookie sheet lined with foil, and then you're gonna cook them for 2 hours. And I kept flipping mine over because it was like, you know, dried on one side. So every about 45 minutes, I flipped them over. And then your house smells amazing. So things you can use these little citrus puppies for is you can attach them to the wreath like we're gonna do. You can put them on any kind of wreath. You can, you can string them up and make garlands and put on your tree or around a doorway, or even, you know, for a wedding or some sort of a celebration. You can use them for potpourri. I don't know, I guess you could put them in your hair or you can put them on packages. Oh, be sure and watch our wrapping video. We did kind of like more meaningful wrapping for the pandemic. So we wrapped with cool things, but making cool little tags. And be sure and use other kinds of citrus like grapefruit. Blood oranges would be ridiculous. You know, they're the ones with the inside kind of blood red orange flesh. They'd be beautiful. Lemons, limes, of course. The lemons and the limes are a little bit smaller, so if you need something, this is a lemon. If you need something smaller scale, then that's what the lemon looks like. So I'm just gonna build this in my hand, and so I'm gonna start with my cedar. I'm gonna put a couple pieces of rosemary. So you see that I'm just laying it flat in my hand. I have these crazy uke pods. Looks like they're kind of dead at the last, so I'm gonna trim it up, but these are really interesting. That's what you say when you don't really love something. But the problem is sometimes this smells a little too strong. It's like a concentrated smell. So you want to use these kind of in small doses. And then I'm going to put a piece of spiral uke. And probably down here, I'm going to put the fir. I actually don't love this piece. Okay, so I got my little hand bouquet. I'm gonna go ahead, because I want a little bit more height on my cedar, I'm gonna start the cedar first. So kind of like yesterday, or I'm not sure when that video is gonna go up, but the initial video, did you guys see that? That's another cute one. So you get this wire. You can also use zip ties, and I'm gonna start it, and I'm gonna attach. Just keep it really simple, you guys, and attach your first pieces of cedar. So like I said, on these hoops, they are very stylish, and you can either make them kind of centered or you can make them kind of asymmetrical. That's so cool, right? I love that. We're gonna make ours centered. I don't know why. I'm just feeling kind of centered today. I'm gonna use this silver dollar uke. It's really nice to have different textures and colors, and I think it'll pick up these little uke pods. Yeah, so I'm gonna get another piece of wire. And I am just winding this around. And I'm gonna kind of establish where my center is. I think that's great, right? Maybe that. And then you just really wanna pull it tight because you don't want it to come loose. The trick with these little wreaths is, you know, they're so smooth material that sometimes your plant material goes poop and it pops down. So you really want it to be frontal. Okay, so now I'm gonna start with the other side, and I'm gonna pick a piece of cedar that's pretty much similar. And I think I'll probably put a tiny piece of wire to wire it up there so it kind of holds its shape a little bit and follows the hoop. Okay, sorry I'm not talking, I'm concentrating. But remember, you guys can do anything and just get in the zone, and you don't have to talk, and it gives your body and your mind and your stress level a break. Okay, so now I think I need a little bit more of this fur. And I think right here where it kind of meets is where I'm gonna put the big cluster of the dried oranges, right here where my hand is. So you could also put lady apples, you could put all sorts of things. This would be really good to hang in a kitchen, or of course on the front door, or you can gift it to someone. I'm gonna add a few more pieces of uke on this side. And you watch me kind of stripping the greenery off because it gets kind of junky if you have too many leaves down at the end. So you want kind of a clean bundle. And then I'm gonna kind of give it a fresh cut so I don't have any of those ends, right? And then I'm gonna follow my wire back down and make sure I don't pinch the greenery. I'm gonna go over to the other side because I need to pin or kind of pinch this cedar on this side. And you don't have to have it be matching either, because this is kind of more of a gathered kind of, you know, gestural look, if that makes sense. And you can get this paddle wire at Michael's or any big craft store. Hobby Lobby has it. Any of those, depending on where you live and what your craft store is. You could also call up your local florist, because, honey, we need help, even if you buy a little bale of paddle wire. Okay, so I think I'm ready to tie it off. So I'm going to just kind of do what I did in the initial monogram video where I made the green monogram wreaths or letters. I just tied it on itself. So you can kind of see it's pretty good. So let's add the oranges. What do you think? I mean, you could keep it simple like that. Sometimes I like to hang things up and see kind of where I'm at. Oh, this kind of looks good with the swoop. Let's go ahead and add the oranges. I love these oranges so much. And you can actually eat them. They're kind of a great little snack. They're kind of like if an orange was a potato chip with no fat. So you can kind of see my glue technique is I don't like those little spider web thread things. So I hold for 5 seconds and then I avoid those little threads, and then usually at the end I pull them off. So I'm counting to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna add a couple little lemons in there just for some variety on top. And you can tell that I'm just in the zone. I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just like I don't know. I like things in odds numbers, so it looks like I have 7 just by accident. So you can see I'm pulling off all the little spider webs because I just don't love that look. And I could probably add some more, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you love it? And you can kind of see what it would look like asymmetrical. Like, you know, you could just hang it that way. So here's kind of more centered. And you can tell the greenery doesn't match exactly, but I also like the wispy cedar as well. That looks good too. So be sure and subscribe, be sure and like, hit the alert bell, and watch all our other videos. I love you guys, bye.